Hello. So we are team FinTrack, and for this sprint, our main focus was building reliable distributed data systems and deploying everything smoothly on AWS. We wanted to make sure our backend cloud scale, stay fast, and handle lots of users at once. I worked on improving how our AWS RDS MySQL database performs by analyzing slow queries and adding the right indexes and making our joins more efficient. Now I'll show you how our database looks on AWS. As you can see, FinTrack DB is our database. We also used Lambda functions and uh, CloudWatch for number of users, for analyzing number of users and gathering analytics data. And I'm going to show you how we can connect the AWS database from VS Code. Now we'll use the FinTrack database, and I'm trying to show our table. So we have these four tables that we have deployed it in AWS, and this is our sample data in our tables. Yeah, and also we focused on security and stability. The sprint, I reviewed how we connect to the database and found areas that needed better protection. I updated all our queries to use safe parameterized statements, which prevents SQL injection attacks. So then I set up proper roles and permissions in AWS so that only the right parts of the system can access sensitive data. I also added smarter error handling and logging. So if something goes wrong with the database, we can catch it quickly and recover without affecting the user experience. Another big piece of work was building gamification features into our platform. I designed the database structure to store achievements, badges, and user progress in a clean and scalable way. I created backend APIs to let users see their progress and get rewarded for hitting financial goals like sticking to a budget or saving regularly. The system is flexible, so we can easily update the rules without touching the code. We also made sure these achievements connect directly to real financial behavior, encouraging good habits while keeping users engaged. Everything is fully documented and ready for the next phase, so we can show the demo on the front end part as well. Gopinath, can you take over?
So we kicked things off by comparing Terraform and CloudFormation and selected the tool that best fits our team's workflow. And we then set up a version control infrastructure repository, defined our RDS resource with the right parameters, and configured security groups and subnets. And on top of that, we implemented CloudWatch monitoring resources and log retention policies, all as code. And finally, we integrated everything into a CI/CD pipeline, including a staging environment to safely test infrastructure changes before production. And we have also started building out the gamification layer. So we designed a database schema for achievements, badges, and user progress with clear relationships to user activity. And we created API endpoints to retrieve user achievements and built logic to award badges based on the financial milestones. So these are already integrated with the budget tracking and transaction behavior. So finally, we documented everything, including ER diagrams, API specs, to keep development smooth moving forward. And then I have also written some load test. So there is a text connection handling test results here. So you can see there are multiple tests written here. So multiple connection categories, multiple connection budgets, and multiple connection transactions. So the test made multiple concurrent requests to different endpoints. So each request returned a 401 unauthorized status, so which is expected since we are testing without a valid JWT token. So despite the authentication errors, so the server handled the connections properly without crashing. So you can see I'm running the I'm going to run the test cases now. Yeah, so basically, so these test cases, handles the multiple concurrent connections and the rate limiting under load and repeated request without errors. So this successful test run confirms that the backend changes we made have effectively addressed the issues with repeated API requests and connection handling. And also the server now properly handles the load that caused problems in the front end, ensuring that the infinite API call issue won't reoccur. Yeah, that's it, Shibuya.